I've spent my entire life trying to figure out people, why they do things, why they think things, why they don't think things, habits, fears, phobias, protocols, mythology, traits, traditions, name it. It's the thing that makes us so interesting. It makes us so unique. It reminds us that we are nothing but a neurological bundle of quirks, not quarks, quirks and weird behaviors. Do you ever see a dog circle its around its bed before it sits down, or chasing its tail, or why certain, I don't know, hordes and schools of fish, why they travel together, murmurations of starlings, crowds. I spend my life fascinated by that. Not by politics, not by really most of what you might think, but human behavior. And the one thing that has me so puzzled as of late are the incredible numbers of people who drive around in their own car, not in an Uber, not in some rental car, but in their own car alone, not public transportation, not a bus, not with other people, but in their own car that only they inhabit, that only they drive, and they drive around wearing a mask. And this is in no way meant to address the efficacy of the mask. I know better than that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. It would be like somebody who wore some type of protection, a condom during self pleasure. I'm sorry. That's the strangest uh, analogy, but something akin to that. It has nothing to do with onanism, but it makes you wonder: do you understand the basic transmission vectors that are involved? Do you understand this? Do you understand what's going on? You can do what you want. It's a free country, but how is it that you think that? Fascinates me. So, my friend, please do me a favor. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, please hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, also follow our great sponsor, mypillow.com. It makes the most sense. I never thought anybody could be this good at selling a pillow. I thought, pillows are nice. Sheets are nice. What's the big deal? Ha! Ha! That's like saying, what's the difference between a Wagyu number 5, whatever that is, and Tad Steaks at Times Square? Only New Yorkers would get that. Okay, so listen to me very carefully. I want you to go to mypillow.com, but use promo code Lionel. Promo code Lionel. And luxuriate yourself in a world of luxuriation. And their number one seller, believe it or not, ready for this? Slippers. And look at the sale they've got going on now. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. I'm a psych major. What does that mean? Nothing. Nothing. But the two most interesting courses or areas of study were memory and forgetting, which, believe it or not, is a subject matter within that, and perception and awareness. And somehow in that is the notion of tradition and protocol and religion and mythology. I'm not saying religion is mythology. I'm just saying, please, I'm not trying to make anybody upset. Please just listen to me carefully. Everybody gets so upset. People just sit back waiting to pounce on you, waiting for you to say something so they can be offended, because people love, we talk about fear porn. There's this offense porn. I was offended. I'm offended. And I feel great. I'm offended. Okay, fine. But there are things that we do. Now, when it comes to anybody wearing a mask, why do we wear a mask? Well, in some respects, you wear a mask eyes wide shut, to maybe perhaps hide identity, to protect the face, maybe from the environment, from the elements, from a particular occupation or venture, the welding mask, things like that, obvious. Then for the health, you want to wear a mask to prevent you from spitting on somebody. One of the reasons why surgeons like to wear a mask is they won't spit or expectorate or drool into an open wound. It makes sense. And then there's two kinds. There's two areas you want to watch for: the mouth and the nose. Sometimes you don't want to breathe something in, which makes sense. Maybe something that's aerosolized or something that is a toxic component. For example, here in New York, last week or so, when we had those Canadian fires that nobody talks about for some reason, they're just gone. They're not a part of our world. We just stopped talking about them. I don't know why, but the air was horrible, and we got these actual air quality numbers that nobody understood. What is this? What's a 12? It's not good. Oh my God, it's a 12. What is it normally? I don't know, but 12 is not good. Oh God. Wear a mask. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. I have many, many Asian friends here in New York. And I ask, I said, is there a cultural or a traditional propensity, predilection, predisposition that Asian folks have to wearing a mask? And they said, well, many from China in particular are more used to it, more prone, more likely to wear a mask because of the industrial aspect of pollutants. I never knew that. Interesting. So it is perhaps maybe there's this thing called habit. And habit is interesting. Habit and instinct. We'll talk about instinct some other time, but the more higher evolved a species is, the less it reverts and directs itself to instinct. But habit is something. Why do we do things? I know people who still put their salt left or right, whatever. I don't know what that is. I have a friend of mine who cannot go near a church, cannot drive by a church without making this sign of the cross. Understand the difference between the Western and Eastern version of making the sign of the cross. Vladimir Putin does it the opposite. He does it the Eastern version. Did you know that? There's little things, little behaviors, little things that we do. Achu, Gesundheit. God bless you. Never understood that one. God bless you. Goodbye. God be with ye. The truncation. God be with ye. Goodbye. Interesting. After this period of horror that we call the pandemic, when many of us were not sure whether we would even make it out alive by virtue of the inherently frightening times, masks became part of our world. And the first thing I wanted was clarity and the all clear signal, the legal signal to take that thing off. I couldn't breathe. I didn't like any of it. I didn't like the way we were all I could go through it all. It was so inhumane and inhuman because there was so much a part of gesticulation, so much a part of our experience. And then it made me think about, well, blind people must have to find new ways to coordinate their own self-reference as to people's intention and ideation. And it's just fascinating. Children who were not able to see mouths and smiles, I think, were affected. But anyway, the good news was we got the okay. All's clear. Okay. But then there were some, to this day, there are some who still insist, and it is their right. Let me be very clear. It is their right. It is their right. You can wear a mask. You can wear a Valkyrie helmet for all I care. It's okay. It's a First Amendment right. But some would wear their mask. It became cool to wear your mask on your elbow right around here. And that's the way that's the way the Brooklyn kids did it. Wow. And then you would always have on your backpack that I detest. And the first thing I'm going to do when I'm leader of the world is to remove wearing backpacks in subways. They are horrible. It's like a lawnmower on your back, this Sherpa backpack. No, take it off. But you would have conspicuously available your hand sanitizer of a particular, remember, of a particular percentage. Not just any hand sanitizer, but do a particular percentage of alcohol. Very important. And it became the accoutrement. Notice how I say that. I really hyper stylized the French, the accoutrement, the denouement. All right. But it became the accoutrements, the equipment, the kit of the rational pandemic denizen. Okay. And then they would talk about double masking, or one mask and then two masks. Okay, fine. Then there was N95. Okay, fine. But the thing that everybody agreed on was simply this, and I'm going to use this lens cleaner as an example. This is what you wear in a stick up. This doesn't do any good. Can you hear me? Let me try it again. This doesn't do any good. There's nothing. This is you're part of some weird like a dance of the seven veils. Maybe you should be a belly dancer at some Turkish restaurant, or I don't even know if the Turks belly dance. I have no idea. I just said that. Please do not accuse me of cultural appropriation or misidentification. Okay, this makes no sense. And this, I don't know what this is. What is this? What is this? This is what I'm seeing now. This and this. It's as though I want the feeling of the mask like a baby wants swaddling. So I feel the caress of the cloth, of the gauze. I just want to feel it. Maybe you could just have them on your ears. Maybe that. Sometimes it would also have these devices back. It's got really interesting, the styles. That's fine. Remember, it's a free country. Wear whatever you want. And I think sometimes, frankly, on airplanes and other places, you probably might do yourself a favor in wearing a mask. But here's the one that is the subject of today's dissertation and disquisition: to wear a mask by yourself in your car. In your car that most probably nobody ever enters but you, or those people who enter are so infrequent. It's like wearing a mask at home. You can do this if you want. It's a free country. And it made me think of the following. This is what I would show visitors from another planet. I would say, this is what happens to people when they don't understand the essence of the story. Sometimes belts and a suspender and suspenders. Very interesting. One time I saw, this may be a bit too sartorially abstruse, but I saw somebody with a button-down Oxford and a collar bar. How about a tab collar and a bow tie? Wait a minute. Whoa, hold it. Wait a minute. What? Yes. What? I love our behavior. And I sit back and I watch. And I love to see, we'll be at Central Park or at a mall. And I'm still fascinated. You'll see no one wearing a mask but one. And I want to, I would never, again, it's a free country. I want to say, tell me what you think about this. I would venture to say right now, it is merely habit. It is habit. It's salt over the shoulder. It's, I knew a friend of mine who always taps the desk when somebody dies. Oh, my father, oh, God bless. He always did the God bless. I don't know why. He just did it. I want to know why there's a group or there's a family and one person has it. Why? Do they ever talk to each other? Do they discuss it? I want to know. I want to know why. I want to talk to somebody who thinks that this does anything. You're breathing. Is it your mouth? If you think it's your mouth, you go, well, fine. Oh, I'm worried about things. Oh, okay, fine. I have a cold myself, and I don't want. Oh, okay, fine. And what's also interesting is that when you ask somebody, do you know how small certain things are, like a red blood cell or a virus? And I asked somebody one time. I said, I said, do you smell that? I said, oh yeah, I do. I said, your mask doesn't work. Your mask doesn't work. It's not supposed to smell that. And I didn't want to get into it. And I'm not one of these Karens. I remember, I'm a libertarian at heart, and I don't say that politically. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in freedom of expression. I believe that you have the right to do. I'm fascinated by people who get tattoos that no one else can see. Tattoos are, to me, another form of just absolute fascination. So if you can tell me why you think this is, I want to see, please write down, let's discuss. I love your comments. They are nothing short of brilliant. Please write them below. Please explicate in limb and describe your particular disposition as to, and we can start just, but this celebration of human behavior, again, not to mock or laugh or demean, or to call into a question the existence of a, no, not here, not here, not here. That's what my private channel is for at lionelmedia.com. We go into stuff there that is frankly verboten. This is just a celebration of human behavior. That is all. So thank you. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And don't forget our sponsor, our great friends at mypillow.com. And don't forget, use promo code Lionel and enjoy the riches and the beauty of your kit that you provide to accentuate and to facilitate luxuriation around your domicile, where you may wear a mask if you so desire. And now, my friend, comment as you see fit.